if anyone is interested, let me know, and we can trade it in maybe. And we could always trade it out later because it's kind of a playtest thing. So, all right. Well, we should probably get back to it. So we are on session 134. Looks like it is Robert. Is this your first scribing day?
It will be.
Alright, so it's Robert's turn to scribe. And we have Eldwin as the previous scribe.
Alright,
Can you give us a recap of last time?
sure can. We continued, as the last session, we continued exploring the fortress. Eldwin discovered a secret doorway and also found a button to open up that doorway. Eldwin and LJ stepped into the hallway and accidentally tripped a trap, which Eldwin managed to dodge. We find 4 portals, one of which was active and led to the portal on the front where the Gith had come from in our earlier encounter. Eldwin and Anvir start casting their respective spells, and while doing so, Pardrix ended up contacting the party again. He warned the group about the dangers of the fortress, and advised that we left. Eldon finished casting his comprehend language and translated a book for activating the portals and learned how to operate them. Eldon decided to take the portal tokens and put them in the bag of holding. We go looking for the other 2 portal tokens and come upon a locked door. Robert tries to open the door, but takes out thieves' tools to pick the lock when he finds it locked. The door suddenly is opened by a death slot, and fighting breaks out. We dispatch the death slots and decide to investigate the first room, where we manage to find the token for the southwest portal and put it into the bag. We proceed forward and we find a trap that Robert disarms with the help of Anvir and Eldwin. We then come across another locked door that Robert unlocks. With the door open, we look in to find 2 mind flayers and their Gith slaves. Uh, Nasira charges in but gets banished by a rune on the floor. Eldwin surged forward into the room as well, hoping to avoid any other runes, and fireballed the mind flayers. And Anvir dispelled the 1 rune, bringing Nasira back into the fight. And that's where we left off.
Alright, thank you for that recap. So, it is the 1st of summer at 11 a.m. We'll pick things up. And the other thing, this is going to be LJ's last game, unfortunately.
Oh no.
He has to take a break. But he said he might be back in the future, right, LJ?
Correct.
So, that's good. But yes. So, I guess for Nasira, is anyone interested in taking control of her for the time being? She should be back pretty soon, like 13 minutes.
Oh yeah, important
Right.
information, LJ. I'm pretty sure your other. What's the spell? Confusion or weird or something like that.
Oh yeah, confusion.
That's
yeah,
the one.
they hit you with a confusion.
Cool. Well, that would be easy for me to play 2 characters. So I'll take a Nasira for now.
Alright, I'll give you control of Nasira.
Now let me read this giant ass character sheet.
Alright, so you should be able to see Nasira's sheet now. Alright, so we'll pick things up with the Gith Warrior who's about to go. So he is going to actually attack Nasira with his multi-attack. So he starts off with a greatsword swing, which she will easily dodge out of the way of. He growls and takes another... Oh wait, is he slowed? Did someone cast slow? I see a snail on
No.
him. Or did you get hit with a frostbolt or something? It's weird. Alright, well I don't think he's slowed, so he is going to take his second attack. Slicing again. This time she will easily parry, avoiding the attack. And I'm going to take that slow off him, because it probably isn't a thing anymore. Alright, so the Arcanist goes. Let's see, what's he going to do? He's concentrating on the confusion. So he is going to, I think, target Eldwin. Eldwin, you are a human, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to start well, actually, before he does that, is this concentration? I don't think it is, no. Alright, so he's going to start chanting, casting a spell.
I believe he's out of range for counter.
Alright,
Yeah.
so he points at Eldwin. Eldwin, do you have any protections from sleep spells?
Do I have protection from sleep spell? I don't believe I do.
Alright, so you fall unconscious. Your HP is correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would fall unconscious from this. Bonk. Which, unfortunately, I think does end your blade dance.
It does.
Alright, so he is then going to move back this way and end his turn. That's it for him. The other Gith is going to move up beside Nasira, and she says, "One of our people is unconscious. Someone wake him if you can." Great sword swing. 21 with the flank will strike just barely. And Nasira is hit for 7 slashing and 7 psychic on the first attack. If you could adjust her temp, because that I think all goes to her temp.
Yes, it does.
This one is going to yell something in deep speech and swing again. 17, that one she will dodge. So Eldwin is asleep. Leo, you are confused. So I need a D10 roll, please. Let me remind myself what confusion
You
does.
adjust it?
4. What is 4? So 4. You don't move or take actions this turn. So at the end of your turn, you get another wisdom save to drop the effect.
Oh, this is going to go well.
So he just kind of stands there scratching his head, thinking there was something he's forgetting to do.
I left the oven on at home. God damn it.
I think he left the oven on or
Roll my-
something. Oh, alright. So unfortunately,
Probably did.
he is still confused. That is it for him. The Gith Warrior is going to up 15, 25, 30. Then he is going to take the dodge action as he is more carefully moving in. Mind Flayer. Let's see, what can he do?
Oh,
So he is going to start chanting as well. Let me just see exactly what this does. Alright. So he is going to create a, well, he chants and is going to create a large wall, which suddenly appears.
Not this bullshit again.
What was that again? That was 20 foot. Okay. So yeah, a large wall suddenly appears here. Just kind of blocking line of sight. Just looks like a big stone wall. He is going to move. Ending his turn.
This is not wall force.
You just see like a big stone block appear.
It's better than what I thought it was.
That's it for him. Actually, you know what? He's gonna put it back here.
There's Nasira.
So that's it
God,
for
I
him.
don't know.
New round. Oh wait, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna put it here. Or sorry, here. Yeah. Alright, new round, Robert.
With a giant stone wall blocking his target, he's just going to shoot at this Githyanki that's not dodging.
Alright, so you are going to shoot past several people using sharpshooter.
Indeed.
AC is 17. And I think Nasira just joined us. So that would definitely strike 27 versus AC.
18.
Is there a reason that's only -3?
He has the archery fighting
Yeah,
style.
archery. Yeah.
Oh.
So he has +2,
yeah, that was.
and then it's only then it's -3.
If you mouse over it, it shows the -5 and the +2.
I don't see. I just see +5, +5, +1.
You hover over the
Mouse over
-3.
the -3. Mouse over that part.
Oh. And so you have +5 proficiency, +5 dex, and the +1. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that will strike him for 18 points of damage, which is going to wound that guy.
Attack number 2.
Yeah, 26 will strike again. Doing another 21, and that is going to bring him down. Ah.
Their attack will be against this guy right here.
Okay.
20.
That will strike, yeah. Doing another 21, which will put him to winded.
And then crossbow expert attack. Bonus action attack.
Alright, another shot. 18 will strike again. Doing another 21. Alright,
Then I am
anything
ready.
else?
No, that is it.
Alright, Nasira.
Why does it say I'm concentrating?
I don't know. Did you cast something with concentration?
I don't have magic.
It's weird then. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, you have your like racial spells, but I can't see you casting them.
Oh, that's true, but neither of them are concentration.
I didn't put it on you. Or at least I don't think I did.
It was there when I logged in just now. All right.
Assumed it was there from last week. But yeah, I don't know.
Just FYI, in case, because this happened before you came in, Eldwin is now asleep.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if that was an unconscious symbol
Yeah.
or what that meant.
So he is unconscious on the ground. Looks like a
Okay.
spell hit him and put him unconscious.
Is there any loose stones or debris on the floor?
I mean, nothing really near you that could damage him.
I wanted something that was improvised so that it wouldn't do much damage, but okay. This one, I guess let me try and punch this one.
Okay. So you turn to the wounded one who just got shot and take a punch at him. Yeah, 18 will strike on the first hit for 7.
I'll poison him and push him backwards 5 with Crusher.
Alright, he is going to fall into the dying state.
Oh, good, okay. Well, then I wouldn't push him if that put him down. And then I'll flank with LJ. You can move this guy back north.
Alright.
And then I'll try and punch this guy.
Alright, so you punched that one at disadvantage. 23
Disadvantage?
will strike on the first hit
Oh, he's dodging. All right.
for 14.
And I am going to move him 5 instead, move him this way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run up here. I'm going to bonus action Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And then instead of the first, I'm going to Hand of Healing instead.
Alright.
And then on Eldwin. And then for the second, I'm going to smack him across the face.
Alright. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Are you gonna punch him, like hit him to do damage? Or
Yeah,
just, like,
yeah. I
slap
mean, I
him
figured I
lightly?
had to actually hit, but
Alright, so you, punch him with a damaging attack.
If that had missed, I would have laughed.
You punch the box next to him. I just
oh
can't
my!
do it.
I'm sorry.
Just knock
I'm
off
So
sorry.
you are jolted awake. So you either have to damage him or spend your action to wake him. You can't just give him a light slap because the spell would.
Right.
Usually,
yeah, and
normal sleeping
right.
he would wake, but magic you have to actually hurt him.
I guess I could have used my bonus action to disengage, but I didn't then I wouldn't have been able to put that guy down. So I getting them away from me and not taking obvious. I felt like was more important for the action.
Well, you
Okay,
heal him
anyway.
for
Optimal
6
play.
and
Optimal
knock him
play.
for 14.
Say what?
So you healed him for 6, then punched him for 14.
Yeah. All right, and
max damage.
I know it's terrible. All right, I'm gonna
Pent up
subtract a key
aggressions
point.
there.
Subtract a key point, and then I used 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 5? Oh, well, I have 50 anyway, so okay. That way Leo can get the flank, so that's my turn.
Alright, Unveer.
Thank you.
Yay. Fear, horror, terrified. I'm just naming emotions that Onveer is feeling.
Thankfully, I had temp HP, so you didn't actually damage me.
Okay, so this boy is nearly dead. My friend wants to do random things. I don't know what to do. I will just action Toll the Dead on this nearly dead guy.
Alright, so you target him with necrotic energies.
Because dodging doesn't help on a wisdom save, buddy.
It doesn't, but he would make the save. So
How dare you?
resists. Anything else?
Not really.
Alright, so your turn
that's
is
it, yeah.
ending. The Gith Warrior death saves. The Mind Flayer is going to look at his spells. He is going to he's gonna no, that wouldn't work. Alright, he's gonna drop his confusion spell. Enchant. Actually, before he does that, what's the range on this? Okay.
Also, to be annoying, does he have to move because there's that wall in front of him?
No, he can see around it right now.
Okay. I wasn't sure exactly where he was aiming or what he was aiming.
But he is gonna move anyway. Let's see, he'll go 10, 15, 20. And yeah, he's going to release his
Kraken?
confusion spell and instead cast something else, or at least attempt to. Looks like no one is countering.
Okay. I was just measuring.
I think he's in range.
He is
He-
in range.
He just got in range. That's why I was measuring. I don't have much here, so I'm gonna have to counter it at third.
Alright, so third level, I need a caster check. DC is 15.
Oh.
Alright, so you do indeed spend your reaction countering the spell. He is going to move back another 2 and end his turn.
What is the spell effect over here?
That is a big stone block.
Okay.
The Gith Warrior goes. He is dying. So he continues to be down. Eldwin.
Alright. I didn't really like that. So I'm going to is there a way? I doubt I'll be able to do this way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that won't work. So
Yeah, he is no longer confused.
I'm going to how far away am I?
I don't think that's an actual effect. I'll just take it off. So you don't have line of sight on either of them right now. They all have full
Yeah.
cover.
That's what I was thinking. Not really much I can do right now. I'm going to.
So you are prone
on.
also.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up. So I have 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Not much I can do here, so I'm going to. Fortunately, all I can really do is fire a firebolt at that Geth.
Dodging one? Alright.
I feel you, brother.
So you fire at him. AC is 19 right now. Yeah, 24 will strike. Burning him for 15, which will put him down. Oh.
And that is all I can do.
Alright. Leo Jr. Dosha
Okay.
will say, careful. They might try to ambush you if you get separated from us.
That's gonna happen either way. Give me a second, I need to see something. I'll take that. Move up. I'm going to action dash all the way
Okay.
up to him. As far as I can get. And there's a pillar right here, right?
Well, there's a big
see
stone
the-
wall taking up this whole area.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you can only
bonus
see
action.
one of them right now.
Bonus action. I'm gonna pull on spear and throw it at him.
Alright, so you pull out a spear and toss it. Yeah, 24 is going to
24.
strike. Doing
So
6.
12 damage. Plus it.
Oh, plus another 6, alright. 12 damage to this one, which will wind him. Anything else?
That would be it.
Alright, so this one is dying. Ooh, and he is going to expire. Ending his turn. The Warlock
I thought you said
goes
inspire.
in Season Spire.
Ending all his turns.
Okay, so the Warlock. He's gonna move down here 15 feet. And he is going to, I guess, blast you with some mind bolts. Mind warp attacks. So attacks
Oh, yay.
against LJ. Points his finger out as you are barraged with psychic energy. Oh, that is going to be a crit.
Fuck.
So, not the best damage rolls. 25 psychic on the first shot. And you now have disadvantages, or disadvantaged int, wisdom, and charisma saves until the end of his next turn.
Oh. I'm already bad at those. Come
I'm
on.
already bad at those. Alright, so I guess with your temp you would take 9. And then he is going to move back. Oh, let's see, so 5, 10, 15, to where he was. End his turn. Round 2, Robert.
I'm gonna move 5, 15, 20, 30 feet this way. And I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Nasira.
I'll move in after LJ. I assume that everyone's going to move together a little bit forward. I think I'm just going to take cover behind this pillar. Let me,
Okay.
let me just check a couple things real quick. This would be a long shot, but if I'm not doing anything with my turn anyway.
Did you take your damage, LJ? I still see you at the same health.
I did. I was at 54, but I also had 10.
Yeah, but your temp is still at full.
Not on my side.
Alright, maybe it's just delayed or something.
Okay. You know what? This is a really long shot, but it would be epic if it works. So let's go for it. I'm gonna move down here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my once per day free suggestion.
Alright, you are casting suggestion. No,
On
this is
this
a
guy.
concentration.
Oh, it is concentration. What do you know? Okay. Nope, I didn't cast that last week, did I?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
think
I
so.
feel like you would remember that. I haven't used it in a while.
I scrolled all the way up
but
to initiative and there was nothing.
If
Okay.
you begin to cast, he is going to reaction counterspell.
Okay, cool. At least I used up one of his spell slots.
Yeah.
I was not actually using a spell slot for that, so does it just count as second level?
Yeah, it would be
Alright.
a second level spell.
All right, then I'm not concentrating. Oops, that's not. And okay,
Alright, anything
I
else?
figured he'd just try to save because high charisma, but I think
Well,
Meh.
remember, I have to play it as if he doesn't know what you're casting.
that's true. That's
He
true,
made the check to know it was second level, but I have to pretend I don't know what spell it is.
yeah.
And there are some nasty second levels if it hit him.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, so your turn would end on Veer.
Oh, what do I do? I believe I'm just gonna do some dashing.
Dashy dashy. Sounds like some kind of anime.
Honestly, it does. Or some
Dashy,
weird
dashy.
character out of it.
Yeah.
Well, there's also Crashy from One Punch Man.
And let's see, both of these people are looking a bit wounded. Oh, that's a bit cheaty. I just realized that I can still see LJ's health.
Oh, yeah, let me fix
So I will pretend I didn't see that.
Well, you know he's wounded, so...
Yeah,
I have an idea
but,
where he'd be at.
I'll do a quick. Yeah. Nope, just a. Yeah, do a third level healing word on it.
I don't
Go
know
get
what
him,
happened, but
LJ.
I think I got deleted off the map.
Oops, that
Alright.
was the wrong spell. Ignore that.
Just blast LJ in the back for 17.
I
Well,
meant to
apparently
hit that
LJ
one.
can see, so
Yeah.
I
Alright,
thought it was 17 health, and I'm like, yeah, good roll. And
so that is
No, I rolled a
13. So you're feeling a little bit better as healing word washes over you. Oh, and they upped the healing amounts for
Yeah, it's
heal
all
spells.
twos now.
So that's kind of cool, like 2d8
They also-
instead of 1.
They also made it that if like you were casting a spell like Nasira did, it doesn't count as a spell cast for your turn.
Oh, like the innate stuff.
You have to consume a slot for it to be considered casting a spell your turn.
All right, so.
But yeah, that's my turn.
That's it for you. The Gith is going to be dying. The Mind Flayer is going to step here. Point his finger to do a cone effect. I need int saves from the three of you here, as you are blasted.
Well, the
with
problem
psychic
is
energy.
I don't have anything on my sheet.
Does it penetrate
No.
cover?
Yeah, it goes. It's a AOE. It would go around.
Damn it!
Is it a
My
spell?
character is 5 or 2 gone.
I thought AOE's
weird.
don't go around walls unless they specify, like in Fireball.
Well, you'd still be in the area. I mean, you don't have full.
I mean, I'm
cover
not
for
going to
it.
argue that. Yeah, I'm
you-
not arguing I
So
wouldn't
you
hit.
said
I'm just saying
intelligence?
that, yeah.
Yeah, the pillar. I think it. Well, okay. I'd say if you had full cover, I would give that to you. But since it's not full cover, all right. So you would make it.
Is it a spell?
It is a magical
Hey.
ability. It's not a spell.
Okay.
So yeah, you wouldn't get advantage.
The old Yeonti would, but not the new one.
Alright, so Anvir luckily resists it. Nasira would fail. She's close though. DC is 17.
I got nothing.
Got nothing. Alright. So the Mind Blast strikes.
Wait, hold on. I might have something.
Oh,
Let me just check if this only
Waiting.
works for attack rolls. Sorry,
no worries.
I've never used it.
Okay.
Is it the? It might just be attack rolls.
Yeah, it's attack
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah.
It's only attack rolls.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so you two are blasted for 29 psychic damage and become stunned.
Oh, fun.
I can mark you with the stun. Just do the damage.
Oh, near death now. Fun.
Oh, that's round one.
Here, I got you.
It was stars, wasn't it? But it wasn't the book.
No, it's not the book. It's this one. This one.
There you go.
Alright, he is then going to move back. So let's see, he went 5. So he's going to go... well, he's going to go here. He's getting back behind the wall. That's it for him. The Gith goes, who is bleeding out. Oh, he is going to pop back up.
No. Oh man.
Not the nat 20.
Nat 20.
I've got him surrounded though.
Bleeding profusely. He is going to, I guess, attack you, because he can't get to Robert without taking an oppie. So he comes in swinging. Great sword. Oh, 22.
Yeah.
Alright, so he connects with the first swipe for 18 damage.
Ooh.
Second attack. And that's 11 slashing and 7 oh, crit. He's
I'm going to Silvery Barb that.
in monster mode. Alright, so as a reaction, you Silvery. By the way, that damage was 11 slashing and 7 psychic for the last one, in case it matters.
That one for me.
So reaction, he will
I'll give myself advantage.
roll again. And that time is gonna miss. I don't... Oh yeah, you just can't give him advantage, right? Just kind of a weird rule for Silvery Barbs. If you choose a different creature, you can see.
Well, because you can technically target somebody who rolled really, really badly who is a friend of yours.
No, because you can only use it on creatures that succeed on a roll.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so that's just a weird like stipulation, because why would you want to give the
Yeah, why
the
would you
reroll
give
guy
your...
advantage? But in any case, so that is it for him. He got his one moment of glory, which you silveried away from him. Eldwin,
Look, I'm not letting him crit me. Are you
no
kidding me?
crits for the peons.
They do a surprising amount of damage with those swords. Yeah, I'm going to take a stab at him with the rapier. Not Booming Blade, because he's got out 1 health.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No, he is gonna dodge your first stab.
Alright, second one I guess is Booming Blade, because it doesn't matter now. And I'm now feeling petty.
Oh yeah, that is gonna hit. He goes back down.
Alright.
Actually, he has 1 level of exhaustion in case it matters.
For when he rolls his next nat 20.
Yeah.
And then gonna run up 30 feet here, and that's all I can do.
Alright, so that's it for you. Leo is stunned. So end of your turn, you get another int save.
I think this one's a straight
Oh,
roll
no.
now.
Alright, so
Yeah,
you
no.
are stuck still, which
Keep
you
in
do get.
mind, I'm rolling these with disadvantage.
Yeah, you do get temp HP at the end of your turn. The Warlock goes. Okay. He is going to. No, he still has his big spell. Do you. Alright, yeah, he's gonna use his big spell. So he begins chanting, which unfortunately no one can see him right now. And he casts Maddening Darkness.
Oh, I hate this spell.
Why? It's so much fun.
Not for us.
Nasira doesn't mind it.
So
I'm gonna be
darkness
too dead to see it.
is going to spread all over, which is going to bring down his thing here. Then he is going to move 25 feet. Is that door open? Oh, I guess it is. So 30 feet into the open door and end his turn. So new round. Robert, I need a wisdom save as the darkness is maddening.
2.
Ruh-roh. Alright, so you are affected by the maddening darkness, taking 34 psychic.
Oh no.
Jesus. Hold on.
Psychic isn't the one I thought it was. I was thinking, wasn't there a poison one that they did with darkness?
That is Cloud Kill. That's the Slotties.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Slotties. That one is a lot nicer to you. Remember your temp HP.
Yes, I just took it off.
Okay. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to move 5. This would be 20 feet because of physical terrain, right?
Yeah, so these Gith bodies would be difficult, and just FYI, you cannot see through this darkness. So you'd be blinded in here. Dark vision does not penetrate it. You would hear a cacophony of cackling, shrieking, and gibbering noises all around you as you move through. It's very
Gibbering.
disconcerting. Mad laughter as well.
I'll dash, I guess.
Okay, so you are rushing through as the nightmare fuel noises are all around you.
I'll end my turn.
Alright, Nasira, start of your turn, wisdom save. Alright, so did make the wisdom save, so you take half damage, which is going to be 13 psychic. And at the end of your turn, I need an int save.
I already did the int save.
Oh, did you?
I mean, I knew my turn was just going to be 2 saves, so I did them both. Wisdom, then int.
So you are stuck, unfortunately. Anvir, wisdom save. Show off.
Casual 30.
Casual. Alright,
Yeah,
so
someone
24,
That's a very high roll for me.
24 psychic damage.
Oof.
As your mind is assaulted with all this psychic scare energy. And I would, yeah.
You had to be right at the center, right? Or I guess not quite at the
I'm
center.
not at the center. It's a
You're
60-foot radius.
Yeah, it's big.
Oh. God, what do I want to bloody do? I may just want to try and dash out of the darkness, but I don't want to leave the two stunned people just dying in it.
Well, this is the weakness we knew we were going to face when we came into the Mind Flayer colony.
Yeah, honestly. I am going to just
And Eldwin and Robert are free, so.
run down to
Ooh, we
here.
got real close to that Mind Flayer. I wasn't expecting that.
Alright,
It was the only place I could be that still had you in the circle.
Alright, so you make sure to keep them within your circle, and that's a dash, so is that the end of your turn?
Actually, I rolled my temp HP, but maybe I should do... Oof. I'm gonna start casting a spiritual weapon at 4th level.
Okay. 4th level spiritual weapon.
Upcast spiritual weapon. You don't see that very often.
Oh god, I
Ooh,
crit.
look at that.
Against who?
This closest one.
Actually,
What's the
hang
range
on.
on this?
Let me check something before we do that.
Range 60. I actually will probably put it against the
Are
concentrator.
you casting this as 1st level?
No,
it's a
4th.
Oh,
It's a
he's
second level
counter.
spell.
He is counter-spelling attempt.
Okay. Well, I guess he has to do a check.
Well, he would do a 4th level
Okay.
because he made his Arcana to know what level you were casting it.
We need to
It's
start
not-
saying we are starting to cast a spell.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
wait
can
for
totally
you
do
to
that.
decide
I mean,
before we tell
I do
them
have
what
to know
level.
what you're casting, so I know I'm rolling against. But I have to play it all because if it was like a 1st or 2nd level, he would have probably let it through because he's getting a lot of resources. But a 4th level, he's going to try to counter.
I'm just gonna roll the damage so it actually takes the spell slot.
Sure, just to see what the damage would have been.
Aw, you're
Yeah, so I can
crit.
cry about what
You can
the
cry
damage
about
I could have gotten.
What
I'll
could have
go up.
been? Alright, anything else?
No, that was everything I have.
Alright, so the Gith Warrior, unfortunately, is just going to perish in the darkness. Because it is very painful. The Arcanist. What is he gonna do? Doesn't like this at all. Oh, you know what he could do that would be really mean? No, actually, I don't think that would work. Because spells don't penetrate Wall of Force. Yeah, I don't think that would work.
Like trap us in the darkness. Was
Yeah,
that the
that's
plan?
what I was thinking, but I think one of
But it's also
Wall of Force-
concentration. I mean, he's already concentrating.
No, not this guy. The other guy is.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was his turn.
Yeah, this guy was trying to do a concentration spell but got countered. So his never went off. So he can't see in the darkness. He hears you guys, but he doesn't know exactly where you are, so he can't target with that.
Ironically, the Man in Darkness saves us from a lot of spells.
Because it's melting you. Alright, let's see. Anvir. You look like you could use a lightning bolt.
I don't think I do.
Wait, you look
You
pretty.
look like
You look pretty weak, huh? Alright, yeah, he's gonna use.
Oh yeah, I look pretty
Is
weak.
there any cover from the pillars?
There's partial, but not full.
Hey, that's +2 to deck saves, baby.
Yeah.
You're talking like they're good to begin with.
+2 is +2. That's a 10% chance increase.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna start chanting. I think Anvir, do you have counter? I assume not.
No.
So he is going to cast telekinesis on you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Even better.
So I think you have to make a strength save. Or strength check.
Strength?
Uh,
Strength check? Or is it athletics? Either way, I'm screwed.
let's see. Same target round after round. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check. So it's just a strength check.
Oh,
He-
cool. So I don't even get the plus from my from my ring of protection.
No. He,
Well, -1. Here we go.
Alright,
Have fun.
so you go. Wee. How far can he put you? 30 feet. So you kind of lift up and fly through the air 30 feet back. And he is concentrating. And he is going to move 30 feet in this direction, following his buddy. Alright, that's it for him. This Gith, well, he is just going to die. Because of the maddening cackles. Eldwin,
Wait,
need a wisdom
am I-
save.
Am I charmed?
No, you're
No.
stunned.
Stunned. Okay.
You got the mind blast.
I would have ended it long ago if you were charmed.
Yeah, well, if I was stunned, I could end it on myself. Sorry, I was just reviewing like little
Alright.
used skills that I'd forgotten about.
So you do make the wisdom save. And you would get hit for a number that I am rolling, which is going to be 22.
Huh, not bad.
As the maddening darkness takes hold of you.
I'm surprised that he didn't throw Anvir into the darkness, but I guess he was trying to get his radius off of us.
Yeah, he sees the shadows continually wrapping around you guys and protecting you. Although, that might have been a smarter idea maybe next turn.
I like to think all you guys
We forgot-
heard was just. "Ah!"
Ah, yeah, you just go flying off into the darkness to the south.
Ah.
Well, and you were only 30
realized
feet
we
away
forgot
from me,
to do my
so
wisdom save last time.
with blindsight, I saw everything
yeah,
that
go ahead and
happened.
do your wisdom save then. If you forgot to do it, yeah, go ahead and do it real quick. And what are you doing, Eldwin?
Yeah, because we only did intelligence.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Wait, what was your wisdom save for?
Wait, but LJ goes after Eldwin. It's Eldwin's turn.
Yeah, but
So
you were
Eldwin-
saying you forgot to do
No,
wisdom
but
saves.
we forgot to do it last time,
Oh, okay.
and it was for the.
Because I think you just
Well,
did
no,
a
it
int
wasn't-
save right now.
It wasn't up on your turn last time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
he goes
wasn't-
after you, so he put it up after you went.
Yeah, no, you
What?
you didn't take damage last turn.
You're good.
Oh
You're
yeah.
good. Okay.
Go ahead, Eldwin, what are you doing?
This is gonna be a little funny. I'm going to run up 25 feet, and then
Darkness, finally.
yeah, and then
Get him.
I forget if I forget. You can only take the damage from the spell once per turn, right?
The darkness,
Yeah.
yes, I believe so. So you can't
Okay.
like throw them in and out of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, knowing that these guys can counterspell, and now that I see where they are, I'm just gonna take a step back in.
So I think entering it would trigger it since you haven't taken. Oh wait, no, you did take damage.
turn, yeah.
Let me double check that before you do it.
Because I don't think it's like macro.
Darkness spreads a creature.
Oh no!
Or a creature. Whenever a creature starts its turn. Okay, so now re-entering it, as long as you don't start your turn in it, so you can re-enter it.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be a bit
Steel wind strike.
risky. Huh?
No, go ahead.
Like,
15 people?
unfortunately, like I wouldn't be able to hit both of them. Steel wind strike and not be counterspelled. This is why I did this. I'm going to cast at 6th level a fireball.
Alright. So you hurl a fireball from the darkness at them. Being unable to see you, they cannot counter. But they are going to both use their reactions to cast Endure Elements.
Nice.
So how much is that? 39? So let's see. Save. Dex save. Alright, so he would fail it, the first one, taking 15, 17 fire. Which will put him to
Which one is the
wounded
first one?
and
The warlock?
force a concentration check. DC 10. Which he will make, still holding you levitated. Second one will also do a dex save. Crits it, so he will take half and half again, which is 19 halved is 9. So he takes 9 fire, excuse me, and must also do a concentration. Con save. Which he will make. So the darkness stays. Anything else, Eldwin?
Let's see, how much movement was that? I was here, so yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, so you end your turn. Leo, I need that wisdom save.
And save. Both at disadvantage.
Well, they would be back to normal now. But wait, don't you have temp HP? Because you ended your turn last turn in
I do.
Onvir's aura. It must not be updating for me because it
I
just
do.
says nothing on my screen. Weird. Alright, so unfortunately you
Ooh.
would fail. Taking, let's see, 28
Because right now I have
psychic.
28 HP and how much?
28 psychic. Oh, is that just enough?
But not down me. Just enough to down me. Yes.
Alright, so you are overwhelmed by the psychic shrieks and cackling and go down.
And I'm pretty sure I'm still stunned, so
Oh,
they don't hear
no.
me going down.
Nasira has blind sight, so she knows, but she can't help you right now.
Yeah, they, so you would be dying. You'd probably,
Yeah.
like, fall to your knees or something, but you're not necessarily... Like, you can... Like, stun just means you can't move, but your body, like, would still kind of lose its strength when you took that much damage. So you're probably just, like, on your knees, prone, dying. But still stunned. Alright, so that would be it for you. The Warlock is going to move back 30 feet. And he is going to... What is he gonna do? So he can't see any of you, but he knows kind of where you are. He's concentrating. I guess he could fire at disadvantage. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to do a mind warp into the fog, targeting Robert. So that will be a disadvantage, luckily.
Just to be a pain, it doesn't say a creature you can see on it, does it?
Mind warp? Oh, it's an attack. Oh,
I just thought I'd be a cheeky dick just in case.
that's fine. So that would be 18, which I think does hit you, Robert.
That's it, yeah.
So a bolt of
Oh,
psychic
does I get
energy.
cover?
Oh,
this
that's
guy?
true. His guy is in the way. Yeah, well, I mean, he can't see you, but technically you would have cover. Alright, I'll say it misses you then.
I mean, so
Yay.
far they haven't cared about hitting their own people.
No. But, yeah, he would technically have his guy in the way. So that's it for him. Robert. So I need a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Wisdom
Let's
Dave.
see. Darkness, once again, is maddening.
The 16 pass?
That will fail.
Dang.
So 35 damage psychic. Luckily you have some temp to ward us some of that off.
Thankfully. That's difference. Right, I'm going to move forward out of the darkness at last.
Okay.
We're gonna take 2 shots at this guy.
Pew, pew.
Guy in front of me. 25?
Yeah, that will strike with the first shot. Oh, for 22. He is badly wounded.
Attack number 2. 20?
Yeah, that will strike again. And that will
21.
put him down.
I'm free!
Which would free him.
Yes.
Then I will use my third attack on the other guy. 20?
Yeah, that will strike again. For 19. Okay, and that will wound him.
Does he pass his concentration check?
He does, yes.
Thing. Then I will, as a bonus action, take a shot with my hand crossbow. Ooh.
Ooh, that is gonna miss. Alright,
Oh.
anything else?
Yeah, I'll use some movement to stand here and then end my turn.
Alright, Nasira.
I assume that fails.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot about the maddening darkness. Ooh. There it is. Maddening
I'm
darkness.
picturing Moo around a campfire telling ghost stories now.
So 41 psychic. It's my horror story. Jump
So that'd be
scare. Ah!
30, 24? 24, is that right, after my temp?
Yeah. Alright, so that is it for Nasira.
Oh,
I
not quite.
assume. Just need oh,
Okay, yes, now it's it. Now that's it for Nasia.
I think that was the DC. Let me double check.
Oh, but no, that's what I rolled last time. That's what I rolled the
That's
very first
also
time.
what LJ just rolled.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also what Robert just rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is 17.
Is my mind free? Like I can think? I'm just I can't move, right?
With stun. I mean,
Yeah.
your mind can you can think, yeah, but you.
All right, I'm gonna think at my dagger. Got anything for this? This is not fun. All right, that's my turn.
It's scary in here. All right, Anvir.
I'm also really worried for LJ at this point because even if I had gotten free this turn, I couldn't move him until the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know he's down?
I'll say
No.
He can't do anything.
you,
He can't tell you guys.
you did kind of hear like a clunking noise,
His armor falling to the stone pavers.
like him falling to his knees. Probably with your high passive, you might think he's prone.
But with
probably
you guys
could.
not knowing what's going on, just like pummeling the guys is probably the best bet to do it.
I don't
Yeah.
think Anvir even can pummel him. He's too far away.
I am so far.
He got thrown down the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Telekinesis me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I knew that. Sorry, you said so far, but like you're actually. I mean, you're far from the mind flayers. Yeah. So. but-
Yeah, they're all the way up here. I'll move up to here.
Okay.
I don't think
Do
they
I
would
have-
give me out, even if they knew. Combat.
I was hoping I'd get free that turn and be able to drag you out, but there's not much I can do with stupid int.
No. And depending on how I roll this, I might die here.
True.
All right. So what are you
That
doing?
one will kill me.
Really wishing I could move closer to him for cure wounds. Damn. Do I have to see the creature for this? Yeah, of course I do. That makes sense. I will. This may be the weirdest use of this spell, but at 6th level, I will summon Celestial.
All right.
That in a while.
Oh.
Got them. Got them.
Where are you putting it?
He's gonna. Ooh, not quite there. Just there.
All right.
I don't know if he's set up for the spell level I cast him at.
Well, you
Looks
should
like
be
he is,
able
actually.
to edit his sheet. His HP total is higher than his max, so something might need to be adjusted. He's at 45 of 40.
Maybe he
I
had
think
aid
that's
or
because
something.
it's
sometime.
because no, it's because at normal level he is 40, but at 6th level he is 50.
Hmm.
Okay. So you summon him as an action, I assume.
Yes.
You're concentrating on that. Bonus action?
Don't really have any good bonus actions to use.
Alright, so go ahead and what's he doing for his turn? You can put him on the
This
initiative
is-
tracker after.
Yeah, this is why I said this may be the weirdest use of this spell ever. So he is going to.
He's gonna get Jay out. I love it. All right.
No, he's gonna. So he's gonna move 15 feet here.
Yeah.
And he's gonna use his once a day healing touch.
Alright.
Oh, it didn't want to roll that, so I'll just do it manually. So it'll be 2d6 plus 6.
2d.
So 7.
They're 8s.
Oh, 8! My bad. Let me re-roll that.
Well, you might roll lower.
It's the same roll!
Oh my word.
So, what level was it?
6, so 17 total.
Alright, so AJ is brought back from the brink, at least for now. So that ends.
then-
I'm still gonna go down that stone.
And then can.
Well, you'll
can
get
he
some temp at the end of
grab-
the turn. There's a chance.
Can you what?
Well, no, it's at the end of his turn.
Oh shit.
He would
And it
need to
happens
use
to
his
start.
action to grab him, eh?
Yeah, it would be an action to grab, and then you can move him at half speed.
Hmm.
Is the healing touch
but
an
the
action?
healing touch, I believe, is an action.
Yeah, that is an
Oh.
action.
Okay.
Well, for now, he will just fly out of the darkness again.
Alright, so he heals him and leaves. Alright, so the Mind
Well, at least
Flayer...
he's not going to fail a death saving throw this way.
It's true. Gives him some time. The Mind Flayer is dying for his turn, Eldwin. So I need a Wisdom save, unfortunately.
Yeah. My gambit did not work.
I mean,
Well, when
it
you
did
before
help.
he threw Anvir away, like the temp HP made your gambit actually even better.
Alright, so...
Oof.
Wisdom, so that would fail, so you take 26 Psychic.
Oof.
Wait, that's a fail? Last time I took 22 for a success.
Didn't you roll a 14? Oh yeah, well he rolled like ass last time. I mean, he rolled good last time, he rolled terrible this time.
Oh, okay.
Dice. The dice gods.
Yeah, the dice gods
I
giveth
see.
and taketh. So yeah, because the damage is 8d8, so it's pretty random how
Okay.
high it can be.
Alright. What'd you say it was? 26?
Yeah, 26.
Okay, jeez. I'm going to... How far away is he? Right. I'm going to step out, and then, in one of the dumbest ways to use a 7th level spell, I think I can...
Is everyone using their spells dumb today?
Yes.
Trying new things. Experimentation,
Trying new
baby.
things.
Alright, at 7th level, I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Oh shit. Oh damn.
Actually,
Does that hit the warlock?
I think you are in range for a counter spell,
I am.
but
7 is big. 7th
it's a
level.
big spell. He wouldn't know what it is. Does he even have what he needs to do this? Sorry, give me one moment. Just double check his spells left. He is gonna try to counter with a 3rd level. Oh wait, no, this is the Warlock. He can't counter this, I don't think. This was the other one that could counter. So yeah, that would just go off.
Nice.
Cool.
So who are you shooting at?
All... Hold on, how many is it? 3, 4, 5, 6... All 8 blasts are going at this guy.
The warlock.
Alright,
The one that's holding the darkness.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
alright, so you blast at him. Oh, that's an auspicious start.
Yeah, he is dead.
Nice.
14. Ah. So he is badly wounded. Must make a concentration check. Makes it. Second one will strike as well. For 11. And another concentration check. Third. Will strike as well. Ooh, he is very wounded. Concentration.
If
Makes
he
it.
whips, there's something on the last one I saw.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you got another
You
one.
got 4 more, right?
Alright, that is gonna hit. Man, you have not rolled below a 16.
Don't jinx him.
He's hanging
Eldon's
on.
bad.
He's hanging on.
Let's see that out one, baby.
4. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm gonna check those dice. So he
And
is dead.
just-
His die.
And just because.
Okay, that's a failed death save. And
And again.
that will kill him. Ah. Alright, so
Well-
that will end combat.
So I have a question.
Well,
So
actually,
the first-
yeah, that will end combat.
So the Mind Flayer who caused the stun has been down for a couple rounds. But it's not a concentration thing, so I'm still stunned, or would I be
Yeah,
released?
it is not, no. It's,
Okay,
it's just an overtime effect. But I'll say
Isn't
that
it
you
for like
guys...
a minute?
Yeah, you guys do come out of it, finally.
After a minute or so, yeah. Okay.
Shake your heads, shake it off.
Everyone gather up and I'll do the after combat temp HP.
You might have to gather near LJ. I don't think he has much of a...
Oh yeah. So. Oh wow, that was almost a max roll for everybody except
Oh.
Robert.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, why do I have Soul there?
Because we used to keep him in our party a lot.
Need to get rid of that.
Damn,
Not
I
giving
think
him
I
any
figured
temp
out
HP anymore.
why temp HP wasn't showing for you.
Oh, instead of Soul, I can use that. That can be my spirit.
And if you guys want, someone can play Dosha, since you only have 5 right now.
Yes, please. Someone play Dosha.
If
Well,
you-
for the next
We have
hour,
Soul? Okay, I want to play Soul. No, I'm just kidding. I know if anyone plays Soul, it should be Eldwin.
Technically, Soul is not with you right now. He's guarding the camp.
All right.
After
Well, for the
Anvir's
I just
last
want-
experience.
I just want to have a daily chaotic fireball. That's all.
Yeah. Anvir,
Anvir
got
does
tired of it.
not.
Yeah.
okay, I feel like this is a bigger deal for LJ, so I'm gonna cast. I don't actually have a 6th
All right,
level.
where are we with
I'm
this?
wondering. Yeah, I feel like we need to rest, but at the same time, do not
Yeah.
have time or area to rest.
Robert, how are you looking, Robert? Because I could heal you and Eldwin as well. Let me heal both of you.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that.
So,
All right, first is going to be Eldwin. Go ahead.
so this room seems like it might be the entryway to the fort, as you see a stairwell going up, or at least a way to get to a higher level of this place. There's also, looks like a table with some paper on it, and some playing cards, though you doubt that the Illithids, used any of this stuff. It might be from the former inhabitants of this place. It's all very old and dusty, like it hasn't been used in a long time.
All right, so Eldwin, you get 18. Not Johan, sorry. Robert, you get 20.
Yes, it still has stats
Johan
on
equals
there.
Robert. Who's Johan?
Sorry, I haven't
That was
updated
our
my
old player.
macro since there were other players in the team. But
Oh.
since both of the old players in my macro say that I still have the heal available, I'm assuming I didn't heal you last week, so we're good.
This 1,000 macros has an upgrade to macro. Come on.
Yeah,
As much
I
as
saw
this is
your
a-
sheet.
yeah, he
You
was
saw my
playing
sheet?
you.
Oh, was he?
Before you got here.
Yeah, before
Honestly,
you joined.
Nasira has I was actually working on making Nasira like macro minimal, so she has a lot less than my other characters.
I feel like
Yes,
as much
and
as
that's
it's
still a
trying to
lot.
tap me out afterwards, it might be worth me using my 7th level to cast heal on LJ.
Honestly, yeah, having the front line helps.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. Maybe we should put it on Eldwin because, well, I don't know how he.
That would be
Well, he's
incredible.
back up to above half, and
The problem
LJ...
is that LJ, like, he's the better tank, but because LJ and Nasira are so susceptible to the int stuff, like you never know if he's going to be knocked out of the combat.
Well, we know right now Eldwin is above a quarter. Currently, LJ has exactly 17 HP.
if, like
Uh-huh.
we'd get way more out of the heal for him. than
Agreed.
me.
Yeah, it's fine.
So-
I feel like LJ is still on
Wait,
the
do you
floor.
know what his exact is? Do you have a?
Well,
Yeah,
because
I
that's
gave
what
it
he
to him.
healed him for.
gave it to him!
He's the one that woke him up.
Oh, right, because you used your guy's healing. Okay.
Well, and I guess he
Yeah,
has
I feel like
the count.
LJ is still
yeah.
sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, so at 7th level, I'm casting heal, which will give 80 HP. It didn't give me the option to upcast it, but there is an option to upcast it, so I'm just doing that.
Alright.
You just don't get any benefit.
No. You get 10 for every level above.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
There are
so
some spells that you
it's
don't
10
get a benefit for
times the
upcasting,
level,
but yeah.
looks like.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's always
starts
10
at
times
6.
the level. I don't know why it didn't give me the choice, but yeah, so it's 80 HP you heal.
80, nice.
Alright.
Do you have to? Is that one of the ones that you can like spread around, or do you have to put it all on one target?
That's all one person.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, mass heal is the one that can be spread.
Yeah.
Which I do have a scroll
Well,
for.
Mass Heal's a different one. I think I was thinking of not Blessed Healer.
Prayer
The
Field?
Channel Divinity for the Life Cleric is what I think I was thinking of, where you have a huge pool of healing and you can say, all right, I have this much healing and I can put it on any of the characters in range that I want, in different like I can give you 10 and you 20, whatever.
That
yeah.
only lets you go to half HP, I believe.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Alright,
But like when you've got a
what are
party
you guys gonna do?
that's in trouble, it's amazing.
Okay.
Whatever we do, I need to definitely take a breather first.
Should we
me
fall
one for
back,
now, I'll
or
be
should
in
we
full
stay
back
where we
mode.
are? Oh, I guess we have the hut. That's something.
I would. Yes, but then I would lose my friend following me here.
Oh, true.
How long does he last?
An hour.
The Mind
I mean,
Flayers will most likely be able to get rid of such a magical barrier, would they not? Tosha says.
Perhaps.
Oh yes, that's also. It can be dispelled.
That's fair. Yeah.
Might
What
be
is this
risky.
dais? What is this dais here? Does it seem of importance?
That is a stairwell going up.
Oh, it's a stairwell. Okay. And to the south, it looks like another dais, but maybe it's just stairs.
The south looks like there was a massive cave-in. Though you can climb over it, it's not completely blocking
Oh,
the
okay.
area. But yeah, it looks like a large chunk of the ceiling fell down.
Does it look like anyone has been through here lately?
There are signs of passage. You would guess the Mind Flayers.
Okay, so
Not
they've
through
checked it
the
out.
not
taken
through
the
the
good shit.
caved-in area, though.
Oh,
You-
not through the cave-in area. Okay.
You would guess
That's
they
what I meant.
either walk around or maybe even float. Because remember, they do.
Oh, that's
have-
right. They have their floaty nonsense.
Yeah, they do have levitate.
Like, we do have 3 of the tokens, so they can't really portal around much.
That we know of.
Sure, I guess there could be other tokens.
So wait, let me just clarify, Lou. So you said there are signs of passage, but then you said not through the caved area?
Yeah, the caved-in area doesn't look like.
Okay, so
anyone's
that's
been
what I was
over
asking
there.
about. So maybe, honestly, if this area doesn't look like it's been explored, maybe going down there for our rest might be. Plus, I'm curious, what's down there, but like, I don't know, maybe that would be the place to hide while we're resting if it's not heavy traffic area. I don't know.
Well, we can at least have a good old college look. I feel like after the. I don't know about Eldwin and Nasira, but the rest of us look alright.
Nasira is I mean, she's better than LJ.
I don't have a
I
huge
only have
amount. Of,
one of exhaustion, but I'm buying the token.
I don't have a huge amount of
Oh, well, I
firepower
guess-
left. But for the next
Actually,
hour,
never
I've got this
mind.
guy
You
following
healed
me.
LJ, didn't you? So never mind. Nasira is probably the worst looking in the group.
Don't put yourself
Do you
down
have
like that.
exhaustion?
I'm kidding.
Wow. Eldwin also does not look well, Dosha says.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm definitely feeling tired, and I'm lacking a lot of magical power.
Oh, so am I, and I'm about to be lacking even more. Eldwin, come here.
Perhaps we should retreat from this place.
I'm just going to give a cure wounds to Eldwin. Patch him. Actually, Nasira, tell me, out of the two of you, who is worse?
Let me check. I will assess Eldwin's wounds.
Alright.
DM, can you put the exhaustion status effect? I can't find it.
Oh, Eldwin is by far the worst. Get him.
Okay, Elwin, here.
Okay, maybe not by far, but yes,
Thank
he is
you.
the worst.
24.
Okay. I mean, he's also one of our frontliners. I mean, I would prefer to come in and out of frontline. I just end up never making it that far. I run up there and then I'm.
I'm
Stop.
tempted to just cast it twice on this year's.
Yeah. So, but he's also what? It also makes sense to focus on Eldwin when he's like
Perhaps
the
it
better.
would do us
at risk
best
of
to
seeing the
retreat
mind
from
flayer.
this place, Dosha says. We could be under attack if we stay here. We
Can
don't
we?
know.
Did not we try to like go back through the portal and it was
Oh no, we just
Right?
keep going.
He says, I more meant just there's many ways we have not explored. If we are going to speak of things, perhaps
Yeah,
we should go back
let's
to
go
the
over
area
this
that we've
haven
cleared.
and hide in the area that is slow traffic. Or does that not? What do
Look,
you
I'm
think?
keen to go over the other side of this rubble with everybody else.
I'm good.
If it looks like no one's gone through there, it might be safe.
Should we drag the baddies with us? Can we
Uh,
prestidigitate and clean up the evidence?
So it would take
I mean,
a
they're
while.
connected to a mind, though, aren't they?
They're the
would-
mind
yeah,
flayer, yeah.
It would take a while to clean these things up. You don't think there's an elder brain in the area, but if they
So does
were,
that mean they are connected to each other or not?
how would you know that?
I wouldn't. That's why.
You're,
Yeah.
I mean, they seem
True.
to have a good amount of telepathic ability. You're not sure how far that range would extend.
All right. So what just happened here may already be known by others, but if it is not, perhaps we should drag the bodies over this rubble, since it seems that beyond
feel
this
like
rubble
that-
is not well trafficked.
I feel like that's going to take more time and effort than is necessary. I feel like that just puts us at more risk of getting caught while we're doing that.
You
I mean,
think?
if we
Okay.
do that, we could then, be a little more safe while I gather the essence from these guys.
That was my thought, but if you think that, well, first off, if they are mentally linked with others, then there may be others on their way already. But if we actually do have time to rest, I would rather not have someone wander through this area on a routine patrol and be alerted.
As well,
But then again, I have no idea
if
if
something,
they're.
go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, that's fine. I think I got my point across.
If
Yeah.
something was drawn by the sounds of battle, it would have been here already. But there could be other enemies in the nearby halls, and if they come this way, they will see what happened. I think we should move quickly to maybe search the fallen and either fall back to rest or move forward to catch them off guard.
That's probably
I
the best.
vote- Oop.
At the very least, I want to loot these guys.
Yeah,
I'm all for a suicide run.
I have some abilities remaining, but I am rather weakened in my I'm trying to think of what's the word I like my health isn't high, but I've
Constitution,
got
that's
a bit of
good
key
word.
left. I can throw some punches, and when my key runs out, I can activate my staff of the adder. So like I've got melee, except of course I have shitty int saves. So you tell me what you guys want to do.
Alright, so as he is searching, Dosha is going to come over to Robert and say, your skills with the bow are very impressive. I must admit, I am unable to fire as effectively as you. He says, perhaps you could teach me sometime.
Perhaps. The only problem is my lack of ammunition.
He says,
Oh, did you gather your ammo after the battle?
Oh, I don't remember how much I started with, so
Oh.
I don't want to collect it
Hi.
because I don't remember.
So
Oh, no.
he
Okay.
says, well, have you considered learning whittling? He says, I make my own arrows often from shroom wood, things I find in the caves, any type of junk that is wooden and maybe stone can be used to make ammunition. He says I can give you some if you wish.
I think I do have woodcarver's tools. Is that what he means?
Oh,
Yeah.
and it looks like your character is way overburdened with weight.
Hold on one moment.
Just give it to LJ. He's got a bag of holding. Which we hope isn't overburdened yet.
I think we just lost LJ.
Oops.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, what's going on with my weight?
Well, you have a max weight of 80, and your sheet says you're at 125.
Oh, I can just
So
toss some stuff.
120 would be your encumbered light, so you're at heavy encumbered, which would mean you're at disadvantage on all rolls and saving throws, and yeah.
Wait,
Half
wait. So
speed,
Lou,
etc.
isn't your weight rolls like strength times 1.5?
No, it's strength times 10.
Times 10. Times 10. Okay. Right.
What times 15 is your between 10 and 15 is your light encumbrance, which is just minus 10 speed. Over 15 times is heavy encumbrance, which is where you
Okay.
want to avoid.
Okay, I'm just gonna toss some stuff. I have
If there's-
leather armor. I'm just gonna toss that.
Yeah, if there's common stuff that we can buy from any merchant, just toss it. But if there's stuff that's valuable, like we may be able to store it in the party bag of holding. Just let us
Yeah.
know.
Light crossbow. Probably gonna toss that.
Yeah, we can buy that from any vendor.
Yeah, so you want to get down to 80 or less to not suffer any penalties.
I have 2 sets of ropes. I'm just gonna toss one.
I have just realized that after LJ leaves, that everyone in the group is going to have a -1 strength.
What do you mean
Well-
after LJ leaves?
Well, LJ's character is technically still going to be with the group.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
she wasn't
is
here for
LJ
that.
leaving?
LJ's leaving.
Yeah, LJ's this is his last game because he has
Aw.
to take a break.
I'm
Possibly
sorry.
be back, but not sure
Okay.
yet.
All right. Well,
Oh, I see the problem here. For some reason, my crowbar hammer duplicated. Oh, my crowbar duplicated.
Oh, and he just had a blackout on his last day as well.
if you
Oh.
have 80, if 80 is your carry weight, you shouldn't be carrying crowbars or anything like that. I'm sorry. If you have 80 as your carry strength, then yeah, you want to go as light as possible.
I will have
Give him to LJ.
20 pounds of rations.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Well, rations are important, but also like heavy.
Can I to-
Yeah,
Okay,
rations
yeah.
are really heavy.
Alright.
I have 10 rations. Can I toss those in the bag of holding?
Why don't we do a 10-minute break while we work on these logistics?
I want to give him
yeah.
crap, but I have 22 pounds.
You have 22
let's
pounds
see.
of rations?
Yeah, I've got 20 pounds of
according
rations.
according to
Oh, I also have a normal
Bag of
hand
holding.
crossbow.
Oh yeah. According to LJ's sheet, we have 110 pounds available in the bag of holding. So yes, if you'd like to add your rations, we probably can.
Alright, how would I go about doing that?
Just how many am I transferring?
10.
So if you go, do you have access to the party sheet?
I probably do. I just
I'll
don't
just
remember
add
what
it.
it is.
Well,
So
the
currently,
the link is pinned in the chat in Discord in main chat, and then
so
you should be
currently
able
it
to
says
access
11, so I'm gonna make it 21.
I got it. Sweet. So
Alright.
I'm going to remove these 10 rations from my character sheet.
Nasira has the bag of holding.
I picked it up at one point a few sessions ago, but honestly, I'm not exactly sure if I'm still carrying it or not. The LJ
I
put it
think-
down. 'Cause
I think
I forget.
Andir
There
has
was
it
something
now.
weird happening, and I don't know. I don't know. I picked it up at some point, but I don't know. I just
think purely for logistical sakes, we put it on me just because I'm less likely to get pickpocketed.
that's true with your perception, yeah. So,
We got
Yeah.
back LJ.
oh, there he's
Hey.
back. LJ, I just added 10 rations to the bag of holding.
So,
Robert is encumbered, so we're emptying his bags.
Okay.
yeah, real quick, Dosha would. Oh wait, we're on break. We'll just take the break. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have a crowbar
Yeah,
and a hammer. Fight
Yeah, my
on.
power went out.
You've got all this strength-based shit, but you have a negative strength.
Hey,
Yeah, no, I had to break the news. I forgot that Nasira wasn't here when we were talking
Oh, I
about
told
you
him
leaving.
in the chat. I don't think
Talking
Nasira saw.
I was like, what are you talking about?
It's a different thing. When you blacked out, like we were talking about how when after I said after LJ leaves, all of us are gonna have a negative strength, and she's like, wait, what do you mean LJ's leaving? Because she wasn't here.
Wait, why is our draft horse and tank leaving? I'm sorry, LJ. We love
Well,
you.
from what Raven told me, I'm gonna turn into an NPC. So technically, you will still have my strength.
True.
Unless I somehow
Um,
die, then at the hour.
It also lets you come back. If circumstances change and you can rejoin us, your character will still be here, or you can roll something new.
Shit, do we have a... God, we need to empty out the bag.
What?
We need to empty out the bag. The bag of holding thought.
Are you taking it with you?
Oh no, I
No,
think
but-
he's just saying it's getting full.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was at 310, and I told Robert he could put his rations in there, so that should be okay, right? It's at
5 is the max, I think.
yeah. So it's at 390
500
now.
is mats, and we're coming at 390.
Yeah. Well, next time we go back to our ship, we can dump shit there.
Yeah, we're coming at 390. Most of its weight comes from the bag itself. What's in
For
the
real?
bag?
Robert
Wait.
doesn't know about this, but at some point we need to go get those rations for the town as well.
Yeah, we do. Well, we just keep getting distracted. Well, I wanted to follow our green. I'm sorry. How many groups have a dragon ally? I wanted to go
I
with.
know.
I wanted to go with him to find his chickie. He might have needed help.
Well,
I
you can
also
still.
have 10 pounds of torches on me.
At this point, he's so far ahead of us. I don't know if we can help.
I mean, you could still go
It's like-
look into it, but yeah. it
Yeah,
might
I
be too
do
late
want
now.
to find out how it went and make sure he's okay at some point.
I
But
feel like.
if he's not okay, I'm gonna feel guilty. No,
Oh,
wait.
gotcha.
I'm gonna feel guilty. Nasira will not.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm at 72 pounds now.
Good. Bing and Schmaznik.
So,
Yeah, I have a lot of characters that I play a lot of Wiz and Dex classes, so I'm used to not being able to carry very much on my character.
This is one
yeah.
of the reasons I like playing orcs.
Or
Well-
bugbears are good for that too.
And
I mean-
Goliaths.
To be
Yep.
fair, at least you will still have access to my strength. That's not in combat.
So Robert, your entire focus is loot. You just want to find treasure. If you find the ultimate mother lode treasure, what will you do then?
There's always a bigger fish in the sea.
Oh, you'll just
So-
keep hunting.
Just
I
keep
see.
on
So-
there. Never satisfied.
I think I realized what Robert is. He's a vault hunter from Borderlands.
Oh my god. Yes.
You can see it too.
Especially in the Astral Sea.
Yeah. I can't tell if he's Mordecai or Will, because he was in the Astral Sea, and Will
He's
has a
Zane.
friendship, or Mordecai because he's a sniper.
What are you talking about? He's Zane.
You're right.
I never
I
played
haven't
Borderlands,
played
so I don't
Borderlands
get these
in a
references.
while.
Zane is an
Same.
Zane is an Irish assassin.
Who also, well, to be fair, the only difference between them is Zane has turrets. I believe
Yeah.
2 turrets that can.
No, well,
use up to fight.
Zane's thing is like he can have a shield, a body clone, a shoulder-mounted cannon, or a little drone that goes around shooting people.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did 4 skill trees instead of 6 characters.
Yeah, and his whole thing was he could actually pick 2 abilities instead of just 1.
I really wish they kept the 3 skill trees and 6 characters.
I don't dislike what they did, especially because they had the whole like different active skills thing, so it played into that.
Even seeing through all Borderlands games, Borderlands 2 is still on top. And I don't think that's going to be topped.
Story-wise, 2, yeah. Gameplay-wise, 3.
Honestly, I'm going to have to differ on that opinion. I think the pre-sequel has better gameplay. Despite all of its
we don't
flaws.
talk about the pre-sequel.
I do. I enjoy the pre-sequel more than BL2. That's
You shall be
saying
hung
I
and
still
quartered
enjoy
for this
both.
opinion.
I still enjoy both, but I enjoy the
just being an
pre-sequel more.
Look, here's my problem with pre-sequel. Pre-sequel is great on a first playthrough, but on repeated playthroughs, it is so slow and it's so boring.
I agree with you there. I still like it though.
The amount of times I went through Borderlands 3 is ridiculous.
Same thing for BL2. I just haven't played BL3 in a while.
I've played all the games, but BL3 is the only one I actually like properly ground. Like got all the builds and stuff like that. Like the other ones I just played through the story.
The only game I think in the series I haven't played is New Tales from the Borderlands.
Same. I also
I
never
think-
ended up playing the Commander Lilith DLC.
I started, never finished it. Because BL3 came out at the time and I want to play that one.
Oh, I think the storm's gonna kick you out again.
Oh yeah, most likely. It's not going well for me. I have no cancellation, but
Yeah. Well, I can't hear the storm. I can just hear you turning into a robot.
yeah, it's noise cancellation. I have it at max because of what happening was on my Sunday session. I kept being robot every 10. Oh, everything kept going off every 10 seconds. So I turned noise cancellation up to the max.
So what class is everyone most keen for in the new book?
Fighter.
Fair.
Monk looks fun. I was thinking maybe trying the paladin just to see how the changes actually work out.
Yeah, they didn't get many changes, really.
Yeah.
I actually
But for some reason, one of them was horse.
Horse.
For some reason, they decided one of the paladins
Yeah.
needs horse.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
you get
all right. So
registry.
there's a book series. There's a book series called Critical Fails, and it is like dirty, raunchy, like tongue-in-cheek, like ridiculous. It's funny. It's gross.
I love it already.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Go find it. It's called Critical Fails, right? It is about a group of losers who are playing Caverns and Creatures, which is a game that it was created by Larry Lilacs. And they get sucked into the game, and they become their characters. And one of the characters like was an orc barbarian or something that like dumped his charisma, so he like farts and shits all the time. And
That. I like how-
anyway, but it's also very creative. Like the people go through like the world, like it's all right. It's I don't know. It's potty humor, but it's also really fun. It's such a fun series, and I'm not even that far in. There's several books I haven't read yet, but go check out Critical Fails. But sorry, you guys totally reminded me of that.
I like how both me and Andrea broke at very wide rats.
Oh my god, no. Sorry, I just started reading the description for the book and it's funny as shit. Timothy's friends find out the hard way that you shouldn't question the game master and you shouldn't make fun of his cape.
So yeah, I won't ruin it, but like, yeah, it's really funny, and it's also very like it's not just potty humor funny, it's clever funny. And here's the thing: is I'm not normally like a potty humor kind of person. Like not that I don't appreciate, but like I'm more into like clever humor, and there's clever humor in this as well. There's a lot of clever shit. So.
Sorry, you said shit just as I was reading the character descriptions. And I've got to read these character descriptions.
There's this paladin who like he rescues a basilisk. The party blinds the basilisk so it can't hurt them, but then he feels bad for it, so he takes care of the blind basilisk. So they're like totally encumbered, dragging around this blind basilisk for like ages, and then at some point his god decides to like bless him because he's been serving him really well, and he's like, Paladin, I will make your give you a mount, right? And it's his basilisk. And here's the stupid thing, that's like 5 books in, and I was like, oh my god, it's so sweet, he got his basil back, he got his basilisk back, you know? Because he'd been calling him Basil, and it's the dumbest thing ever, but also I was like, oh my god, it's so sweet, he got Basil as his mount now. It's so dumb.
I've just got to read these character descriptions. Tim now has the voice and physique of a prepubescent girl.
Nice.
Dave finds that while he has lost a foot or 2 of height, he has somehow acquired a full suit of armor and a badass beard. Julian's ears have grown ridiculously long and pointy. And Cooper has gotten himself a set of tusks, a pair of clawed hands, and a bad case of the shits.
I'm telling you, you guys, this series is funny. It is raunchy, but it's clever. I appreciate it.
It reminds me of, like,
I am usually more classy humor, intelligent humor over potty humor, but yeah, it's funny. It's great. Read it.
It gives me goosebumps meets dark fantasy.
And but anyway, what reminded me of it is you were talking about horse, and I got the impression that the author of this book was basing some of the early books on earlier versions of D&D, because I've only ever played 5e, but like there was a few things that have been said throughout the books that I just got the impression that, you know, that the author was basing it on earlier versions. But there's a wizard in one of the characters starts out as a wizard. He changes classes later, but like he starts out as a wizard, and like he pretty much has only one ability, and that's to summon a horse. And he summons the horse in the dumbest situations. And like the horse gets slaughtered every time, and it's hilarious. Not that horses getting slaughtered is hilarious, but the way it happens and the whole situation and the fact that it's a magical horse, yeah, it's hilarious. Sorry, that is where that all came from. I'm sorry I like detoured the conversation, but there really was a link to why I went there. You guys said horse, so anyway.
Horse. Eldrin, I don't know if you're saying horse for the same reason, but I put why I keep saying it in the chat. Horse. Yep.
Do we lose someone?
Horse. LJ.
He's having
God smited him again.
Having some issues. Alright, well. So yeah, what are we gonna do? So far, things have been quiet.
Yeah, really probably should have discussed the plan, eh?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and rest, right? Somewhere. Someone collected essences, right? Or no?
That's what I was going to do.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you're attempting to collect essence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Dosha would say to Robert, I do have some extra ammunition. If you're ever in need, let me know. As I said, I can often craft it from the scraps I find around the deep.
Perfect, I will. Once my stores run low.
He kind of pats you on the shoulder. Says, maybe I could teach you to do the same thing. It might make you more self-sufficient. He says, I know you lived for many years within the stars, but things are a little bit differently down in the caves.
Noted.
Is the gravity different?
It would definitely feel more confining here. Yeah, you probably would have noticed that you move slower than you did in the astral plane.
I think he moves exactly the same.
Well, the movement
10 foot?
relies on different strengths. It's
Yeah.
less mental here. So you have to use your actual muscles.
Alright.
My legs are a bit tired and I'm a little winded.
Let us, once Eldwin is completed with his gathering, let us brush the dust of these bodies under the tables and go in these sections that are less well traveled.
Alright, so time is passing as you continue to collect the essence.
While he's doing that, I'll be looking at like the tables and stuff, just seeing what I can find.
Is this pretty crude, or is this like a well-appointed place?
What do you mean?
I don't know. What are we? Is this a great hall? Is this a study hall? Is this a dining hall? Like I see tables. Like what does it look like? Was this an audience chamber? I see
It
barrels.
looks more like it was some sort of inn or speakeasy.
Okay,
So
but does
it's
it
not
seem
really.
fairly common or not, or well appointed? Like highbrow or common?
I mean, it's hard to. I mean, it doesn't look like a ballroom or anything that nobility would have built. Like I said, it looks
Okay.
more like a tavern or a speakeasy.
All right. Oh, and I collect my boomerang. Someone's spear is over there as well. I assume someone collects that.
That would probably be LJ's. I assume he goes pick it up.
I will pick it
Like
up
he
for
dropped
him if he does not. Yeah. And back up to 4 boomerangs. One of these days I'm gonna get like some storm boomerangs and a boomerang of returning and all kinds of fun shit. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So you would finish collecting the essence finally after a couple of minutes. What do you want to do?
Oh, I said I was gonna have a look
Um,
around. while he was
is
doing
anyone
that. I
else
don't know if there's
recording that, or
anything in
shall
these
I?
crates.
You can do it
I
if you
Alright.
got
Well-
that open.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that Eldwin was recording it.
Oh, is Eldwin recording? Sorry, LJ's usually been our quartermaster, so that's why. And he's having internet issues, is why I asked. Eldwin, are you doing it?
You can do it because I was just about to ask. Was I able to find anything else on these guys?
They don't really have much else besides their spell pouch components.
Okay.
Well, let's maybe try the other side of the rebel. It might be safer on that side at the very least.
All right. There seems to be a room over, or pathway over here.
Alright, so you head down
Hey.
south. Climbing over the rubble. As you get to the door, it does. Let's see, Anvir. You would notice that it does look like there is like some kind of wire wrapped around the inside. There might be a trap here, though it looks like
Ew.
it triggers from opening from the other side.
That's strange. It looks like it's trapped from the other side.
Maybe they didn't expect people to climb through the rubble.
I guess I will disarm it here then.
Sure. You do that.
It slowly backs away.
Right.
Oh yeah, for Robert, there is literally just like a very large elf made of stars, like flying next to Envy.
So give me a thieves' tools check. DC is 15.
Right.
This does look volatile. All right, so luckily you are able to disable the tripwires using your thieves' tools. It should no longer be an issue.
Alright. I will quickly open the door.
All right, the door is locked.
I'll see. I will attempt to unlock the door.
All right.
I'd guide you, but it would get rid of the angel.
So you
Oh,
do
yeah.
an attempt. Thieves' tools, pretty easy. DC is 10. I'm not sure if you can even fail it.
I cannot.
Right. So the door would become unlocked. And it looks like it opens outward towards you.
Okay.
The hallway seems to connect the hall that you were just previously in.
Okay.
Is there anything over here, by the way?
Over where?
Like, what's this down here?
So they haven't been traversing the cave-in, but there's a door that pretty much links to places they've cleared. So they may have been here after all, guys.
And you do see signs of passage on this side. So maybe they just haven't been using climbing over the rubble.
So is this like some kind of throne?
What are you looking at? Oh, to the south?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to the south, if you look down there, in the darkness, there is an old-looking throne with strange markings on it. So this may have at one point been like some sort of entry hall into like a throne area. This doesn't look like any design you're familiar with. Give me a history check.
Do you have to be trained or?
Yeah, you'd probably have to be trained for this. This is more obscure knowledge. 20. So the architecture of this place and the placement of the throne, you would guess that some sort of maybe tribe of like maybe orcs or goblins set up shop here at one point, because this throne doesn't look like it was part of the original construction of this place.
I would share with that. Seems strange.
Sounds like this place has had multiple owners over the years.
Yeah, from what you can tell, the original owners may have been draconic. Either dragonborn or some sort of ancestors to creatures that spoke draconic.
Well, that would make sense with the graveyard we saw with the like dragonborn heroes.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Knowing that there are signs of traffic over here, do we want to go back into the first room that we entered, or even all the way through the portal to the other side?
I mean, if these mind flayers have a link, then they already know of our presence, and they might come through the portal. But at least then we will have a choke point. Perhaps going back through the portal, if we are to rest for a time, would be the way to go.
I'm fine with it. I think that's a good idea. Anyone else got an issue?
I do worry about leaving the mind players here when we don't have all of those tokens.
I mean, we
I
have.
agree, but we can only do so much, and we've done what we can do for now. And some of our party feel more fragile.
Like, well, I don't know about you, Omdir, but if we take a rest, I should be able to be better suited for a fight magically.
I mean, yeah, I've got this guy who will last for a while, but otherwise I do not have a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate to waste him because I know he can be really valuable, but if. I mean, all right, I'm like at about half key, so I can punch some stuff, but you know how I am with int saves, and I'm at about health. I'm below half health, so. And if Eldwin and you are out of a chunk of your spell slots or more, then I think the rest makes sense.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
nothing above a
question.
4th.
I've
I
got
spent my
nothing above
last 4th healing you.
Yeah, let us follow this back to the terrain we know and see if the portal will allow us to regress to our
That is a-
plane for
I
rest.
will say that is a different path. I don't think that connects to where we were before.
Yeah, I was gonna say he said that it connects back. Oh, I guess it does. It does, but there is some unexplored stuff here. It looks like.
So in this hallway, as you get down to the edge here, you would see there are some doors to the south as well as along the wall going north of here.
Would we have a decent idea that because you said that we felt like this door connected back to where we came from when we first came into the area. So I don't know, do I need to roll survival or something to get an idea of where I think we are in relation to where we came in?
I mean, you could do a survival check to figure out better your positioning.
I guess I mean, I was just trying to make sure how we knew where we were and if we understood. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, you believe this connects to kind of the area north where you were traveling through.
I believe that traveling north will reacquaint us with the portals from which we came, but south is unknown.
So, Robert, as you get...
Oh, no.
As you're walking down the hall here, there's a strange smell coming
On
from
beer, I
up
saw
ahead.
that.
It smells like hot tar.
Ooh.
It's kind of odd.
That is odd.
Alright, so as you step there, you would see a strange device, which is looks like some kind of slingshot with a bunch of hot tar in a bucket. And as you step there is a click, and it fires towards you.
Oh, no.
Give me a dex save. As a bunch of hot tar comes splashing your way.
Anyone?
Alright, so luckily you are quick as you step back, and a bunch of tar splashes everywhere.
I'll step up next to Eldwin and I'll be like, I like this new one. He's eager to experiment for us.
You do get some of it on you, unfortunately, taking 12 fire damage.
Oh, okay, well, that's just. Good thing I have 10 HP.
Alright, so luckily your temp HP would protect you from the bit that you took. And the trap is expended.
Good.
Nice.
Good
I don't think
job.
Robert
Thank
knows
you.
what hot tar is.
This whole
Thank you
wall
for-
is now sticky.
Would Robert even know what tar is? Probably not.
Do you wanna look
I
at
mean,
these
you would
doors
probably
at
know
all?
what tar is. It's usually used for waterproofing on ships. And the astral ships, while not at sea, do still get made into like normal ships, like they're made from normal ships.
Oh, okay.
So you'd probably have an idea of what hot tar is. It's also used in warfare. So,
Okay.
though not
Do we wanna
usually
pick
as a projectile. So that was an interesting little trap.
We didn't want to poke our heads into any of these doors at all.
I was about to
Check
ask, like,
electrical-
Anvir. I was about to ask Anvir if he, like, Anvir, do you, hear anything, in this room?
So the doors are locked. They don't look like they're too strong, and the locks don't look too great. With your passive investigation, Eldwin, you would guess this might be some kind of barracks area.
Does it look well traveled?
Yeah, so there's a good amount of foot traffic coming through here.
Okay.
Possibly where the Gith slaves / mercenaries stayed.
Yeah.
Do
So
I-
let's,
Do the
hear
numbers
any
look
other-
more than what we've encountered?
The numbers? What do you mean? Oh, the foot traffic? Well, you've only encountered 6 of them. So yeah, there's
Right, I know.
been more than 6
Okay.
as far as you
Alright.
can tell.
Can I hear anybody on the other side of the door?
No, you don't hear anything. Just the nasty smell of tar. But yeah, on the other side of the door, it's silent.
I can pop it open real quick just to see if there's something in there.
How about
Yeah,
just
sure.
a peek? How about just a not pop, but like sliver?
Whenever you're ready.
I mean, I'm guessing I have to unlock the door anyway.
I'm assuming the door. I don't know which way the door goes, so never mind.
It looks like it
The
opens.
door always
inward.
opens in. Yeah.
Well, of course it opens inward, but I meant like, is it on the left side or the right? Anyway, sorry.
So go ahead and give me. Well, I don't think you could fail this actually. So I'll just say you unlock and open the door, which leads into a small area with a chest to the south and 2 doors.
Oh, so not a
Luke,
bear.
say no more.
Or maybe a
This looks
bear.
like
Oh, he's just
Andre-
he, like Nasira is walking gracefully, and Robert just like trips over her, like to get. And Nasira rolls her eyes.
Dash! Action surge! Dash!
Andre, you want to come and check this out?
Yeah, sure.
If Robert will let him near those chests.
He's
That-
salivating at the sight of the chest, wondering what
see
could be
any traps?
inside.
So it looks like probably someone's like footlocker chest. You're guessing whoever's
Someone's personal belongings.
yeah, whoever lives in this barracks area probably has some stuff in there. The chest is locked. Again, it's a simple chest if you want to pick it open.
Yep,
But no
I'll
traps.
pick it.
Alright, so inside you would find a Gith greatsword. And a longbow. Looks like there's also some arrows in here. 20 arrows.
It's like chest. We must open the chest. Even if it is a common soldier's chest.
Yeah, nothing too enticing in here. Just normal soldier stuff.
Well, satisfied.
There are 2 more doors. Are you not curious, Robert?
They're doors, not chests.
But what
Oh,
if there's chests
I
on the other
see.
side
The
of
doors
it?
need to be opened first to like access the threat, and then you are interested.
Exactly.
Does anyone want, like, Robert, do you want these arrows, or do you use both?
I have a secondary longbow. So yeah, I'll take the arrows so no one else needs them.
Alright. Yeah, I'll pass off the arrows to him.
Alright,
Successfully looted.
so there are 20 arrows in the
Okay.
chest if you want to take them.
I don't think anyone else
declare
needs
it,
or
yeah.
wants the longbow or greatsword.
Are we going to open these other doors, or will we continue back to our portal in order to rest?
You don't hear anything, so you guess that these rooms are empty.
I guess like I said, I'll come over and like, if we must, and I'll start with the bottom one. I'll like creak it open.
Okay, so you pick open the bottom door, which leads into a small barracks area. Looks like there's a used bed, another chest, and a nightstand with a book on it.
Has it been an hour since I cast Comprehend Language?
Yeah, we took a break, I think.
It is, well, when did you pass it?
Before the combat, but I don't think we've taken a rest yet.
No,
we
it's
gathered
probably been
essences.
about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So can I read what the book is?
Yeah, so it looks like a journal. If you start looking inside it, it looks like the account of one of the soldiers, one of the Gith soldiers. Though the strange thing is, it doesn't talk about life here with the Illithids. This particular Gith, whoever this is, was part of what you believe is a Navy force in the astral plane, which I think actually Robert would recognize, because the Gith do have a lot of presence within the astral plane. And apparently, the last entry was them planning to attack an Illithid stronghold. And there's no entries after that.
And
So
that
this-
did not go well.
So that would make you think with your passive investigation that these guys are slaves. These Gith that are fighting for the Mind Flayers, or were, though the ones you killed obviously are gone, but they were mind-controlled slaves.
I like Robert at the chest already.
Yeah, so there's another chest within the area, another footlocker. I assume Robert does not have the ability to pick it open, though.
I do.
Oh, you do? Alright, do you want to try?
Sure.
It's a simple lock, so DC... yeah, so you would get the chest open. Inside, there is another greatsword, a set of plate mail armor,
Oof.
Damn.
and a pouch with what looks like some sort of large platinum coin.
Oh.
Hey guys, look what I found.
You would actually recognize this coin as a doubloon. It's the
A doubloon?
currency of the astral
Single
sea.
doubloon? A single doubloon?
Yeah, there's just one in here.
Oh, okay. All right. And the plate mail is. Well, yeah, I guess a normal plate mail. Never mind.
So the doubloons are basically like large coins made of platinum. They're generally speaking more valuable than gold pieces, but like yeah, usually in the astral sea these are extremely valuable and traded for items that are valuable, like sometimes even magical items.
Damn. So this is like a big deal to Robert?
Well, I mean, you probably had
know it's
some at
valuable.
one point, because you were still paid as being part of the pirate crew, but this is definitely
Yeah.
something worth taking.
Oh, you know, it's been a while since I had my last doubloon.
And the rest of us, I think, I mean, I don't think Nasira would have any like particular understanding or meaning for the balloons, so she's not gonna. It's not gonna matter to her. It's like, oh, he took a coin, you know,
How
a
big
large
is it?
coin, but a coin.
Like, how big is it in comparison to like a normal black
So
coin?
it's probably, well, they're about a pound each, so they're the size of about 50 coins put together. They're
Oh,
pretty,
a
they're
doubloon.
pretty large and thick, and they're made of.
You think you care a bit,
It's like,
Nasira,
it's like
now?
a frisbee. It's like a solid frisbee.
No, it's not that big. It's like
Okay.
I mean, it would
A
probably
teacup
be like a 2-inch diameter, but it's also a thick coin, and it's made of
Teacup
platinum.
saucer.
Like if you melted this down, you could probably make 50 platinum pieces with it.
Oof. Wow. Okay. All right.
So it's definitely valuable.
Plat doubloon. Successfully looted.
Oh, it's just a doubloon. That's the only type of metal they're made of.
Okay. Doubloon successfully looted.
Alright, so you add it to your inventory.
One doubloon.
I don't care for this armor. It's not
Yeah,
part
I
of the rule.
mean, it looks fairly standard unless one of us has damage to our armor and wants to replace. But this is nothing special, in my opinion.
I
Too
would
heavy
move
for me.
slower if I equipped it, but I would have much better AC.
Yeah, it's too heavy for me.
Same.
Alright, well, what do you want to do?
Let us
This
open this other door. Perhaps there's
Yeah.
Okay, so
is
you are able to pick this open. Again, the lock is not very complicated.
Oh.
Inside, another bedroom. And like the other one, there is another soldier's journal on the table. It looks like
I
some
think
fruit in a
soldier's
basket
journal-
next to the bed on a chair.
No,
Did
I'm
you say
proficient in
Yeah, there's some fruit there.
like, is it fresh?
It's fairly fresh. Looks like some
Oh,
of
okay.
it has been eaten.
All right.
And again, this journal speaks of, if you use your comprehend language, because it's in Gith, it would speak of...
Robert speaks Gith.
Oh, does he? All right. So yeah, you would once again, it would talk about basically the navy of the Queen and the Gith's campaign against the Illithids. It seems like this guy was in the same crew as the one with the last journal. As the last entry
they
is
were both-
again speaking of the attack that they had planned.
So they're both working for the Gith Queen and were about to attack a Illithid base.
It seems like that was the last thing they had in their journal, which you would guess
okay.
means it did not go well.
Would Robert have a rough idea how big a Gith navy usually is? Or would we?
So the Gith Navy is huge. They are probably one of the most, if not the most, prolific law enforcement agency within the Astral Sea. They have many ships that sail around. You've definitely tangled with them before. Most pirates have. They're pretty ruthless. They don't generally take prisoners, and if they do, usually you'd wish you were dead instead of being captured by them. They're not a very nice group of people, even if they are like the law in the Astral Sea. I mean, the Gith are a pretty evil empire.
Right. I relay that information.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Sounds like even the Gith don't want the Gith to know if they come upon some treasure.
Should we keep heading our way up?
So we completely like investigated this room.
Yeah, I mean,
there's-
there's no footlocker. You're guessing the fruit was brought in because he was just eating.
Okay. All right.
There's
I
another
will-
door to
I
the
will-
south if we want to quickly check it.
North and south, and there's another door to the north.
If we are looking for a way to rest, I recommend against like proceeding beyond the spaces we have already traversed. This route seems to return to where we've already been, if I recollect correctly. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I
don't know.
can see the dead slards.
What is this?
This is the tar
That's the
trap.
tar launcher, I think.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's been activated, so
all right.
there's nothing really you can do with it now.
All right.
I think it's on the walls.
Yeah, the wall here is all covered in tar, and Robert has some on his like sleeves.
Yuck. Yuck. Did we leave the bodies laying all over, or did we move
So,
them?
Anvir,
We left them, didn't we?
as you walk
shit.
past this door here, you could have sworn you heard movement from within. With your passive of 25.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think I heard someone behind us.
Want me to open it?
I mean, I don't think we want to get into a fight right now.
Oh, who's to say what's behind it is... Okay, you know what? Never mind. Forget that thing.
No, go open it. It's fine.
Oh, if you say so.
It is totally not fine, but if you're going to open it, please be careful.
So you don't hear any
Wait, I'm getting mixed signals from you here, Anvir. Is it fine or is it not fine?
I like adventure, but it terrifies me.
Yeah, I look at the other two.
They just kind of remain quiet, I guess.
Alright.
I mean, if you think that you're gonna be fine,
Dosha says, if he's going to open it, we should support him.
Can I do it quietly?
Or we should move on.
Oh, I'm ready to support him. That's why the angel's near him.
what a giant angel.
So this lock is not very difficult, and you would be able to get it open without issue.
Right.
Once again, you see a kind of two-door area with a chest to the north.
I sneak into the room. Would you like a
Yes,
stealth check?
Stealth check.
Yes, I got you. Boom. 93.
Okay, so you are very quiet as you walk in looking around. As I said, in this area, there's a door to the south, a door to the northeast, and a chest. Similar setup to the other place.
Alright, I'll try to sneakily open this door to the south first.
Alright, so you are able to... Well, give me another stealth check.
15.
So you are able to get the door open, but when you try to actually open it, it bumps against something. And when that happens, you hear some shuffling in the room beyond.
In the which room? This one?
The room to the south. You think there is someone or something in there, but the door is blocked.
Okay.
Perhaps we should call to them. They may not be with the Illithids.
True. I'll call out in Gith. Like, anybody there?
Please, go away, he responds in Gith. Just leave me alone.
Are you a slave to the mind flayers?
He says, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anymore. Just get out of here. Leave me. Leave me alone. I'm not your enemy.
If you're not our enemy, then step out of the room.
Give me a persuasion.
Sure. And surrender yourself. 32.
He says, just stay outside. I'm not going to be your prisoner either. He says, just get out of here. I'm not a threat to you. I'm not against you. He says, you have more pressing matters with the Illithids. Just leave me be.
If we leave you, then you will become one of the Illithids.
Are you coming
Do you
back
not know?
down to talk?
Coming back down? What do you mean?
On the map, you're
Also,
like
is he-
nowhere near
is he
where
speaking?
is.
I'm sorry, say again?
On the map, you're nowhere near where he is.
I have no idea where he is.
You're up north.
Right here.
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Okay.
Right
Then
here.
pretend, then I would follow him.
All
I
right.
think Elvin's the only one who understood.
He's speaking Gith.
I think
Oh,
Elda's
then
the
I
one who
don't understand.
understands, right?
Never mind. I don't understand then. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Never
they're
mind.
speaking back and forth in a strange language.
I think Eldwin understands, right? Yeah.
Eldwin
I
would because of comprehend languages, at least for
yeah,
the short period.
rudimentary. I understand Google Translate GIF.
Yeah.
I'm on the first 2 nodules of Duolingo.
Yeah.
Alright,
Like the person behind the door says they're not a foe or a threat.
Like, I mean, like, you can offer them passage to, like, we can offer them passage to the Astral Sea.
Like we can offer you passage back to the Astral Sea if you wish.
give me a persuasion with advantage.
Ooh, 13?
He says, "How do I know I can trust you? Are you just trying to get me out there so you can kill me?"
If we wanted to kill you, I would have busted down this door and done it already.
He says, "I I can defend myself while you try."
Alright, if you don't want to come out, stay in there. Be a slave to the Illithids for the rest of your life, for all I care.
He says, "Who are you working with? Who are you people?"
You know, I actually don't know.
You don't know. You don't know who you
Yeah.
are?
Yeah, I'll come outside. Hey guys, who are we?
Well, our group usually collectively goes as Grey Wanderers.
Yeah, I just joined with these guys. They call, well, I guess we call ourselves the Grey Wanderers.
He says, "You don't sound like a Gith."
No, but I used to work for one.
Give me another persuasion check.
Crit.
So there's a pause. He says, "Alright, so you say you can offer me passage to the Astral Sea?"
Indeed, that's where I hail from.
Alright. Coming out. He says, "My weapon is on my back."
I am mine on my belt.
The door opens. Like he hears something moving, as if he's dragging something away from it.
Like a dresser.
And he comes out. He is looking cautiously around at all of you. He says, "My name is Opaka."
Opaka. Hey, Robert. Is he speaking common now?
No, he's still speaking in Gith.
Yeah, I'll swap to common. Do you speak the common tongue that everyone hears first in Gith?
Let's see, does he?
I mean, most
He
humanoids
says,
do.
He says, "I only speak Gith. My apologies. I'm not from your world." And in the Astral Sea, we only need to speak Gith. He says, "You are human."
And you are Githyanki.
He says, "And you travel.
Githarai?
You travel with many of the lesser races."
As he's looking around, he just sees like a 10-foot constellation elf with a bow.
He says, "What is that creature?" Pointing at the constellation.
An angel, I am so told.
Don't think I've ever seen an angel, even in my journeys through the seas. He says, "Well, enough talk. Let's move on."
Right to the chase, like most of your people. Let's go. Mind indulging us in what happened onto the attack on the Illithid fortress?
He says, "What do you mean?"
We read some journals found in the other rooms.
He says, "Oh, I actually don't know much about any of that. I just arrived here recently. I I was also part of the Navy, but I was shipwrecked, and unfortunately the mind flayers found me. The Illithids experimented on me, but it seems whatever they did didn't affect me because obviously I'm still under my own senses. Unlike those others, I pretended to listen to them, but I always kept my will."
What are you guys talking about?
I translate and let him know.
He says, "But I'm sorry I was harsh with you. I just am very nervous. Since I didn't know if I could trust you."
I've dealt enough with your kind. I'm used to it by now.
Is there any kind of check I can do to see if he is under the effects of magic?
So you can, what would you be doing exactly?
I'm not sure. Like insight or something, maybe. I don't know. Like if it,
So you can do an active insight, I guess.
yeah, I'm not sure. I just wasn't even sure what kind of check that would be because I'm like, because he was talking about the experiments and stuff.
So the portal, luckily, would still be active. It's still glowing. Wow.
Rolled
He
pretty
says,
low.
"Oh, I've never seen them use this portal before. Did you activate it, or did they?"
A little both. This is one of, or I would say to Robert, like explain to
To
him
translate, yeah.
yeah, it's like,
I'll translate for Eldon.
like,
yeah,
it's
I'll
a
say
little
he
both.
said that to Robert. I guess
mean,
you
I
would
can
understand too, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a little both. It's a portal from another temple that we cleared out and have been using to explore their other facilities.
Does he understand Eldwin?
So Eldwin, I think, is speaking common, so I don't think
Yeah,
he'd understand.
I would.
But
I think
Robert
Robert
would
would
translate.
But Robert could translate if you
Yeah,
wanted
Robert
to.
translate, yeah.
So he would just kind of nod, listening to Robert, and say, "I've seen them use some of the portals in the northwest room. Yeah, but I've never seen them activate this one. Granted, I've only been here for a short time." He says, "There's definitely more of them in the west of this place." He says, "I'm assuming you didn't encounter any of the undead ones."
Ooh.
Undead Illithids?
He nods. He says their leader is some sort of undead magic user, and there's a ghostly one who seems to turn humanoids into zombies. Some of the prisoners that they didn't want to keep were fed to him.
Ugh.
Yeah, Robert translates all this. I think he gets a little pale as he says that. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did know about that. I'm fairly sure I've done a
yeah.
check about it.
I think Pardrix warned us about him.
He says they may still have some prisoners in there, although if we aren't going to, or if you can't get them out soon, there's probably not much hope for them.
Oh, no, I kind of want to go get them.
Right.
Is there a way to free these prisoners from the mind shackles that bind them?
He says, "Well, some of them have already been made into zombies, but I know others are being caged in the area that the Mind Wraith can feed on them as it wishes. Or the Illithid Wraith," he says. So, yeah, he says, I think we should just go, though. I don't think we would do any good if we were just added to its numbers, unless you all think you can take it down.
I have my doubts, considering my weakness against its abilities.
Yeah, we should probably just go. So Anvir, you don't notice anything that rings alarm bells for magical compulsion. He does seem really twitchy though, which is a little odd to you.
We've already established that he doesn't speak common, so I would just say that out loud to everybody.
And I think there's a lot of different eerie feelings coming from different directions, it sounds like, with this.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just because of the stuff he's gone through, but you also might be a little bit, like, a little bit worried that it might be something else, like magic or something. It could just be, like,
Trauma.
trauma, yeah.
I do
you
kind of want to help
have-
people.
Do
Yes.
you have medicine?
Weirdly, no.
Okay.
The Sierra does. I don't know if that helps.
So does AJ.
LJ.
LJ. Yeah.
LJ. Yeah, sorry. Oof.
It wouldn't really help them because they didn't have the passive insight.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
Unless you, well, did you say you mentioned all this out loud?
Yeah, because we had established that he doesn't speak English, so I just say it out loud.
But he doesn't speak it, but who knows if he understands.
We don't know if he speaks it, but he's not
Alright.
speaking it.
So
yeah.
you kind of just say in common, you know, that stuff. He looks over and he'll say, "What are they saying?"
So he doesn't know. Or he's pretending.
They're worried about your health.
He says,
I mean, it's not a lie.
he says, I'm fine. Can we just go through this portal? I want to get out of here."
Mhm.
Yes,
That's fine.
do we?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's-
So
So
I will step through the portal first.
I kind of want to go help the people, though.
all right, so
Opaka.
Do you have the strength and magical power to do so?
I like to hope so, but probably not.
he says,
Unfortunately, with
No,
how tapped we are,
I'm
we
not
probably-
with my strength. You know this.
he says, "You are all mad if you wish to go, but can I please go through the portal if you're going back?"
Also, he can understand us.
I mean, that's
Oh,
the
sorry,
whole
I
reason
guess-
we're going, right?
I guess he couldn't understand that.
I thought that we were going because he asked us to. Like, I didn't know that it was like a afterthought. Yeah.
No, he was just mentioning it. He basically,
No, I thought we were like, okay, sure, let's go.
he
Because I
basically
can't.
was
Yeah.
telling you about it, and he said, like, you know, it's probably not worth trying. Because yeah, he's afraid.
Let's
he'll
leave
just
this
get killed.
place.
All right, so you
But
leave
on
this
there always
place.
wants to help people. I feel like
Heading-
Nasira literally drags on me around.
it's like,
I mean,
but
we
the
are seriously,
people-
we're like, okay, there's things we should be doing on the, we just keep going to a new plane and we might do things for the other plane that we just left, but we're just going to keep going. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, so you return to your temple. I assume quickly going to close the portal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll quickly switch it to the astral plane portal.
All right. Well, you can switch it to just make it one way, or just turn it off.
Yeah, but we promised we'd send him to the astral plane. so
Oh,
I'll
right.
switch
You're
it
sending
back.
it back to the astral plane. All right. So you set it to like a one-way portal to the astral plane.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, where, or I guess, all right. So what are you gonna say to him?
It's like Robert, tell him where, like, about the place that we're gonna be sending him to.
Hey, I don't know about the place we're sending him to. I just woke up in that place.
He says, "This is an Illithid temple," and he cringes as he sees the tentacle monster or the remnants of it.
Do we care about Robert's old boat?
Um,
Do you care
like,
about
that's
it?
up to you.
Not really.
Do we think this one guy can pilot it?
On the Navy, were you what do they call a captain? Were you a pilot?
Helmsman?
Helmsman?
He says, I was a soldier. I didn't fly the ships.
Hmm.
Why?
Oh. Because I was going to give
that's-
you my old ship, but you can't fly it. What's the point?
He says, really? You were going to give me a whole ship?
I'll have no use for it
If
anymore.
you were a pilot.
If you were a pilot.
Well, if you can get me back to the astral plane, I might be able to signal the Navy to pick me up.
Would they lend us a pilot?
He...
Do we need a pilot? I'm a pilot.
I don't know. We got a ship, right? We got a ship
Would
and we
we-
don't know how to sail
Well,
it.
Robert's a pilot.
From
Oh,
what we've
never
heard
mind.
about,
Oh, well, in that case, well, what the fuck? If we've got a pilot, never mind. Forget
Wait, I
what
thought
I
you guys wanted to stay in the primal plane.
Well, we're not on the primal plane. When we met you, we're not on the primal plane. So, like, yeah.
Wait,
He
we
says,
want to adventure the astral sea.
Well,
I can.
yeah, he says, well, if you, like I said, if you can just get me to the astral sea, I do have something I can use to signal the fleet. It might take them a while, but if you maybe give me some food, they can pick me up.
What's
maybe
a
in
while?
a few days.
Days, weeks, months.
Says, oh, a few days.
Very
Unless, well, unless the area you send me to is way outside of the Navy's jurisdiction.
Well, how will
Shall
we
we-
know?
Shall we go through and find out?
You're better off here than with the Illithids, yes? Come with us to the prisoners.
So you would
You want me to
know,
translate that?
Robert, that if the... First of all, your ship was a stolen pleasure vessel.
Mhm. Yes.
You're pretty sure that if the Navy came and found it, they would just confiscate it.
Yeah, they would.
And
But
there isn't
if
much
we
you
are,
could do to stop them.
but if we're like taking like Gith Navy people who were like,
I don't think
captured
they
by
care.
Illithid, right?
I don't believe the Gith would care about that.
Well,
I
of
think-
course, Gith. Well, okay, I don't know.
I think we had already said that Robert knew about the GIF Navy and how goddamn ruthless they are.
Oh, yeah.
I guess for me, I just thought it would meant. Not,
mean-
I'm not talking about
Yeah,
Gith
I
Navy.
mean, we liberated this ship and we're hoping to return it to its rightful owner, right, team?
I was just looking to
Well, he
like
can't
garner.
understand you if you're speaking common.
I was
Yeah,
looking to garner individual allegiance, like all through a bunch of our interactions before this one. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you could, I guess, are you translating what everyone is saying to the Gith soldier?
I'll translate whatever they want me to translate.
Because he doesn't know anything that you're saying about the. Well, I guess you did mention you had a ship.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
you-
If Robert translates, I will continue to talk to the dude.
He says,
Yeah,
"I
I'll
know.
translate for her.
I know that it is a lot to ask. If I am far away from the Navy's jurisdiction, but if you have a ship, maybe you could just bring me back. I'm sure they would look favorably upon such an action, even though you are humans and elves."
Why would you want to be back to
Hey!
a territory that has been taken over by the Yankee?
He says, "Well, I am a Gith. I'd be returning to my people, to our empire."
Will they welcome you?
He says, "There will be questions as to what happened and my failure as a warrior, but I'm sure I can profess my my apology and be recognized."
You are sure?
He says, "It's all I have."
Well, is it?
Yes, I believe. I do not have any other place. In the stars.
You have a place for that? If you wanted it.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh no, I'm no good at this. This is bad.
Wait, would I be the one making it since I'm the one translating for her?
Oh, that's
Unless
true.
you're
You are.
talking.
He's translating.
Well, yeah, you're just translating what she says. You have to add your own stuff if you want to get.
Well, he might be adding his own stuff. That's a translator's prerogative, right?
That's
Sorry,
what I'm
what was the
asking.
last?
Oh, Hallie! Oh, yeah! Whoa! I was not expecting that.
Not expecting what?
The 24
A 24
persuasion.
persuasion.
So he says, well, you all seem, I do appreciate you saving me. You seem like a good group of mercenaries. But my place is not within these caves, it's within the open stars, sailing on a ship. I don't know how I could survive in such a claustrophobic setting. And I assume this is where I'd have to stay if I was to be with you and your group.
But you will, of course, work with us and stay in touch with us because there are many threads afoot that we wish to control.
He says, how would I stay in touch with you?
I do not know, but you have said you don't want to wish to travel with us, so we will figure this out. There are more magically inclined among us, then let me consult with them.
If we are on the astral plane, I can use sending to contact him.
So Anvir, as he's talking, you would notice he's bleeding slightly from his eye.
Oh no.
What?
That doesn't look good.
Not a
Oh.
lot, just very slightly.
Oh.
Is
Onvis
your
starts
magic
looking up.
is your magic tasking you, sir?
I don't understand.
She will gesture to his eye.
He kind of touches his eye and he says, blood. What is... Just kind of rubs it off. He says, that's odd.
Perhaps, but consider our offer of alliance.
Well, if you can get me back to my people, I can certainly put in a good word for your group. The Queen often makes use of mercenaries, and she does pay well for those who serve well.
I do not think we wish to be in service of your queen, although we do not oppose her.
Says, well, I'm not sure what else I could offer you as a contact with the Navy. I mean, the Navy is controlled by our Queen and by the Gith people.
Well, then, I guess you are unable to fulfill your...
How about not commandeering the boat that's on the other side of this portal?
He says, why would they commandeer your boat?
Oh, no reason.
He says, well, I suppose the Navy does sometimes commandeer illegal vessels. Is your vessel not registered?
Can you give us papers that give us a legal passport in many circumstances that we might otherwise not have?
Yeah.
Says, you would have to register with the Shashak.
No, like
Mhm.
we.
You are
Sorry,
not
go
the shock.
No, I'm a simple Marine. Where did
But
you
you
get your
can-
boat?
We liberated it from a Captain Orvos.
You know that we are in definite alliance or definite opposition to the mind flayers.
Says, wait.
Could you
says-
not?
Wait, Captain Orvos, the Gith pirate?
Well, that's what he called himself. He
says,
sadly got away from us before we dealt the finishing blow.
he is.
That's a valid point. The pit might not even be there.
He's been a
Sure.
formidable foe to the Empire. It's a shame you didn't kill him. You could have gotten a reward for his head, but certainly that boat should be given, should be
The
turned
reward
into
from
our
who?
people.
Reward from who?
This is from the Navy. He has a wanted bounty on his head.
Okay, I see.
How
Um,
long has it been?
Are the Navy in the habit of rewarding those who show up and who are, I don't know, like if we show up with a bounty, but then we are also of interest to them, will we be arrested or rewarded?
do not understand your question. Are you criminals? He says,
Robert starts to sweat profusely.
You yourself have asked questions that we are unable to answer definitively. So
he'll look to Robert. He says, are you criminals?
Hmm.
Kind of ignoring
This is a
Nasira
black
now.
and white question.
Robert's like, I don't think so.
Give me a deception check.
They freed me from Captain Orvos.
oh no!
He says, well, what were you doing before you were captured by Orvos?
Attempting to evade capture.
He's asking Robert.
Yeah, I say that, attempting to avoid capture from Orvos' onslaught.
He says, I'm asking what you did before you became a prisoner of Orvos. Were you a pirate? Were you a merchant?
Let's say mercenary.
Give me another deception check.
Oh.
He says,
Nice.
well, if you're not a wanted criminal, then the Navy will treat you fairly. If we have
Noted.
no reason to suspect you of doing something illegal, then yeah, you should be fine. And
Robert, are you a wanted criminal?
Yeah, Robert thinks back to his pirating days. How
yes, of course.
do
he is.
the
He's a
Navy
pirate.
know?
You don't have a specific bounty, but I mean, if some of the people who your group raided recognize you. Now, you didn't really raid naval vessels, so it's highly unlikely anyone's going to know who you are. You were just kind of one member of Orvos' crew.
Perfect.
You yourself are not a famous pirate.
Perfect. The perks of being a henchman instead of the captain.
Exactly. He says, I'm getting a bit of a headache. Perhaps we could rest for the time being.
I back up further.
Alright, so we are
Like-
kind of at the end. Why don't we do MVP votes and pick this up next time?
I love how the warped elf looks down on an elf.
Is that what the Githyanki are?
They're pretty much fucked up elves.
Yeah, and then gets their eye.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're just, like, really warped experiments, like, through Mind Flayer experiments. Like, I think they used to can be elves.
Alright, so Robert, with 3 votes, you were MVP.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Get
Make
a,
sure you have a-
inspiration point.
Yeah,
That
make sure
makes
you
it
have
un-
a tally on your sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it
Mhm.
unanimous with the players we have.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. It was a
Yeah,
fun
good
game.
game, everyone. We'll pick it up
Yeah.
next week. And I'll see if I can find some more players.
All right. Good night. Thanks, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
night,
good night, everyone.
guys. Bye.
See ya.